let's continue to. Last session, we have discussed what are external stages. Okay, let's see practically implement this one. Let me create a bucket. First, go to S3 location. So I already logged in AWS Cloud. Let me open AWS S3 and AWS I1. Okay, in AWS S3, I am creating a bucket. So let me create a bucket. So in this, I'm creating Snowflake hyphen AWS hyphen S3 hyphen V12, or let's say Snowflake hyphen S3 hyphen V12 bucket. Then uncheck this option, click on I acknowledge, then click on create a bucket. So in this bucket, I am going to upload the data. Click on upload, then click on add file, go to C drive, go to datasets, and go to Snowflake. And in this, let's go select this EMP4. So I am uploading this employee 4 data into bucket. Okay, bucket is created successfully. Then create IAM role. So go to roles and here create a IAM role. So I am going to create this role. Snowflake hyphen AWS hyphen S3 hyphen V12 hyphen role. Let's create a role. Create a role and select AWS service. Select use cases S3. Search S3. Then select S3. Then click on next button. Here search S3 full access permission. Then click on next button. Give a role name. Okay. So yeah. There is a role already created with this one. So let me show you. Go to roles. And these are different roles already created. Let me remove. Type it. Click on delete. Then create a role. Select AWS service. Search S3. Select S3. Then click on next button and search S3 full access permission. Then select this one. Click on next button. Give a role name. And then click on create a role. Role is created successfully. Copy, click on this role, copy ARN. Okay. So this is ARN of role. So we copied this role. Okay. The next one. So create IAM role, copy role. The next one. Create a Snowflake storage configuration. Step 3. Create a Snowflake configuration. Here you can pass role of ARN of role. Then select the bucket. Okay. Go to your S3, remove spaces, go to S3, go to S3. My bucket name is this one. Snowflake hyphen S3 hyphen V12. Okay. This is my bucket. Okay. Class, remove space here. This is storage integration. Let's create a storage integration. Let's go to Snowflake. Okay, we already created it. Let's remove this one. Let's create a storage integration. Execute this command. Then describe the storage integration. Describe the storage integration. Your MyS3 integration team. So execute this system. So it gives two important uh, values to. Here first we need to copy this external ID. This is external ID. Copy this external ID. So first one, copy this external ID. Copy this external ID and copy user URL. Smoothly and select AWS. I am user URL. Select this value. Copy this value. Okay. Update these values in trust policy JSON. So remove this space and copy our external ID. Then enter this external ID. Okay. So copy this JSON. Copy this JSON. Go to AWS IAM. Go to IAM. So go to AWS IAM. Here, this is our role, right? Click on trust relationship. Edit to trust relationship. Let's remove. Add our JSON. Then click on update policy. Once you updated policy, then here the updated policy. Then sixth one, create a integration. So here we need this AWS one. Okay. So we have to create a stage. What this stage going to do? It is going to connect our storage integration. It is going to connect our storage integration. Then it finds a file in this location. Then it will load the file from AWS S3 to our. So here we have to use raw underscore DB and raw underscore schema. Then execute this stage creation. Okay. Then list our stage data. So this is my S3 stage. Okay. Execute list my stage. You can see it is going to connect to S3 and it is showing EMP4 is a table file is presented in S3 location. Okay. So here we verified fine, right? Then load the data from AWS S3 to table. Okay, for that one, if any table is created with EMP4, remove that one. Then execute to select. Check the data is presented in the table appear. Okay. So first, I'm dropping table if it is existed, no table. Then create a table called EMP4. Table is created. Let's select the data using select command, no records. Now, what I'm doing, I am executing copy command. I am executing copy command from my stage to table employee 4. So I'm loading data from my stage to employee 4. Let's execute this one. You can see data is loaded successfully. Now let's execute select command. Let's execute to select command. Select to start from employee 4. So we are able to see the data into employee table. Using external stage, we copied data from our S3 file system to Snowflake table. Okay. Clear writing, how to implement this one? So here we are manually executing copy command to load the data into table. What if in that S3 location data is continuously generating? If data is continuously generating, we are going to use one more important concept called Snowpipe. Snowpipe can be used to automate the process. If any file is generated in that S3 bucket location, Snowpipe is going to connect to that location, then loads the data into table. So streaming operation. If data continuously generating in S3 bucket, we want to copy that data into Snowflake table. For that, we are going to implement Snowpipe. Okay. Next, we are going to see how to implement Snowpipe, the purpose of Snowpipe, how we can implement Snowpipe to load the data from AWS S3 to Snowflake. Okay.